Well, hello everyone and welcome back. It's nice seeing everyone here again today in the virtual classroom. This week we're going to be looking at a couple of Google products that are going to be that can help us organize ourselves, as well as they're just kind of nice to use and a little underutilized, in my opinion. Of course, I'm talking about Google Calendar and Google Keep. And some of you are saying, "Wait, I use Google Calendar all the time," and I'm going to say, yes, you do, but you don't use it. You use it to kind of like make notes about things you have coming up, but there's a lot more functionality to it that I want to dive into with you guys to help maybe keep you guys organized, on task, and impress your boss. That's the important thing there. So let's get started. Let's not waste any time with this. I've got Google Calendar up on my computer right now. You can see it's set for the month of August, but I can move it through. I think you all know that. I'm not going to bore you to death with that. I'll put out a little bit more basic thing later, but I want to focus on a couple big things here. First thing I want to focus on is when you create an event, most people just schedule an event, and there's nothing wrong with that. But there are these two other options that are really helpful. The out of office, which literally lets you mark in your calendar that you're out. So it could be whether you're sick, you're at a conference, you're at the beach, and you're just telling your boss that you're sick because it was a gorgeous day and you just had to go that day. You can set this up in here and it'll automatically decline any meeting invites, whether they were sent already or sent for at a future date. So that's really helpful, and it's one less thing to like have your mind on while you're, enjoying the sand and the surf without anybody knowing. But of course we would never use it for that. We'd only use it when we're sick or at a conference of some kind. The second thing I want to bring up, though, is this appointment slots. A lot of teachers were, had expressed that, it was really hard to meet one-on-one with the students if they had problems, trying to find a time that worked and a day, and it was a whole nightmare. I said, have you tried using appointment slots? And they looked at me like I had four heads. I do. I only show one at a time, though. It's common courtesy when you have multiple heads on your shoulders to only let people see one at a time. So I said, I told them about appointment slots, and I showed them how to make it. And basically what you do is you go to create a new event, and you click the option that says appointment slots. It's pretty self-explanatory. You type in the name of the appointment slot, so let's just say it's extra help. You choose when it's starting, so let's say we have Wednesdays off, let's just say. Or Wednesdays are our all virtual day to clean the school and like tutor students or do other things, so we'll set it for Wednesday. You choose what time you want to start at. So in this case, I'll say let's start it at 8 o'clock. We'll run until I'll run it until like the end of school, so 3:30. Sorry, that's 4:30. That's 3:30. And then the last thing you have to do is you have to pick a duration time. Now you can do a single slot, that's just that whole block of time, which is a lot to deal with, and I don't recommend that. Or you pick slots and you choose how long they're going to last. You're dealing with kids, so let's give them like 15 minutes each. And when you're ready, you can post it on your calendar, you can post it to any calendar you want, it doesn't really matter. And you hit save, and just like that, you've now created the event. You'll see it here on my Wednesday. And you'll know that you set up appointment slots because you're going to get this little box next to the assignment title or the event title. If you click on the event, it opens up and you'll see this button that says go to appointments page for this calendar. Okay. And you open it up and this is what you see. Now I know there's overlap, and that's just because Google only makes blocks at half-hour intervals. But if you click on any appointment, you'll see it says 8 to 8:15 and then 8:15 to 8:30, so don't panic. And what will happen is you get this link up here at the top, you copy that, you send it to the kids either through Classroom or through email or Remind or whatever way you use to reach out to your students. And they click on that link and it will open up for them. So what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm just going to open up another tab on a different account. I'm going to paste that. So here you can see it come up. I'm going to click on one of the time slots. I'm going to say where, obviously it's online, and I'm going to put in the description what I need help with. Let's say it's JavaScript. And you, as a student, you hit save. It'll pop up for you guys. It'll say view, edit in Google Calendar, or stay there if you want to maybe book. They want to book like a second slot. You might want to put rules for them on that. So view and edit in Google Calendar. You'll see it comes up on my Google Calendar here as a student, and nothing. That's okay. It doesn't live update, unfortunately. So what we need to do here is you just have to go and hit refresh, and you'll see that right there. There's my time slot. I click it, and boom, I can see what the student is, what student requested, what time they wanted, what they need help with. All this is going to be great, so when we actually get time to meet, I can fill in all the blanks ahead of time and better prepare. I can look at their work, see where they had problems. So it's a really helpful way to get yourself organized and kind of also contain when students can meet with you. You may want to do longer or shorter time slots. That's up to you. But just realize that it does work. It is helpful, and the kids do appreciate it when they need that assistance. You'll also notice that now when you go back to your calendar, it actually creates a separate calendar event for that meeting, which is also fantastic because now you don't have to worry about remembering it. It's on the calendar for you. You just need to set the reminder if you need that. The last thing I want to show you guys is how to set up a live stream. Some school districts may be hesitant still about doing like a formal meeting where you can see the students and the students can talk to you and talk to each other and chaos ensues. Or lawsuits, one of the two, who knows. There's a way to add a live stream, but you can only do a live stream through a calendar posting. And again, this is only available in the G Suite for education, I'm assuming corporate. What you do is you go to create your event like you normally would. Sorry, can't do too many things at once there. And I always do more options when I want to do a live stream. So you choose your live stream, you choose your time, you choose add Google Meet video conferencing, which adds the video conference option, which you're all familiar with, I'm assuming. But there's also a little drop arrow for conference details, and if you click that, at the very bottom you'll get this option that says add a live stream. You click add a live stream, it now provides a second link. Send this second link to the students. When you view the meeting through that second link, all you can do is watch. Your camera doesn't need to be on, the teacher doesn't get to see you, there's no chat for you to type in. All you're doing is just observing what the teacher is doing and hearing what they're saying. If you were worried about kids doing who knows what, or getting like Zoom bombed on Google Meet, this is a great way to protect yourself from that. Because even if they jumped in, no one's going to see them. You won't even see them. It's fantastic in that regards. But it's just a nice option to know about in case there's something you want to do and you don't necessarily want to have to try and wrangle all the kids online. It can be challenging, I know. And this could be and again, it's really helpful to use. But those are the couple cool things I want to show you guys in Google Calendar. A little bit later in the week, we'll take a look at Google Keep. For those of you that are wondering, Google Keep is also this little yellow icon. It's got a little light bulb on it. You should see it if you open up like Docs or Sheets, Slides, your calendar, Gmail. If you've ever wondered what it is, that's what it is. And I like to describe it as kind of like Google Post-its. And we'll talk about their functionality and their effectiveness and a couple of things you can do with them and what makes them so special. But until then, everybody, class dismissed.